and so I want to share it with you. Many years ago in Beverly Hills, 4 in the morning, I'm on my right side, and I know that what I am seeing I should not see. For with my eyes open, I should see a little tiny bureau and a picture on it, and on the wall above it, just a small little picture. But I should not see what I'm seeing. I am seeing the interior of a very lush and plush hotel. I am seeing it as vividly and more so than I'm seeing you now. And yet I know where I am. I'm on my bed. It's in Beverly Hills, on El Camino. I'm on my right side. I can feel all this. And I should not be seeing what I'm seeing, but I am seeing it, and I can't deny it. So, consciousness follows vision. And I walk into my image, and the image is just as real as this room. I remembered where the body was, so I returned to the body. Returning to the body, I am once more in a horizontal position. Consciousness again follows vision, and I am now in a vertical position. I step right into this interior. I came back and went forward, back and forth about a dozen times. Then I said to myself, I am going to venture. Regardless of the consequences, I am going to venture. With that decision made, I stepped into the interior, and then it closed around me. I'm actually the occupant of the image. And the room is just as solid as this room. But I am shut out. There is no way back to Beverly Hills and Earth and that body on the bed. Here I am in an entirely different world, but the world is solid. I touch the bureau, and it's solid. I touch the walls, and they're solid. Then I thought, well, now I will explore. I'm here for this purpose. So I came out of this room as it closed around me, and I came into a large passageway, which led down to another hallway. I walked to the end, and then as I got there, it was quite well lit, and I saw 2 ladies walking by. And as they started by, I spoke to them, and I said, ladies, this is a dream, you know. And they were afraid, as any lady would be afraid if a total stranger met them in a public hallway and told them that this is a dream. I know you would be afraid. And so they either thought they were in the presence of a mad person or something, but they were startled. But that world was so solid they couldn't go through the wall. They wished they could, but they couldn't. It's a real world. I then said to myself, now Neville, you know exactly how this thing happened. Your body is in Beverly Hills on a bed. Your wife is in that bed. It's a double bed. That house is on El Camino, and that's in the state of California, and California is in America. This is a dream. You know it's a dream. You know exactly how the whole thing started. You saw, while on the bed, what you should not have seen, and you ventured. You stepped into your image, and the image became real as it is now to you. So wake up. And I said to myself, come on, wake up. And I actually felt myself waking, as it were, coming to. And I'm waking, fully awake, and I'm standing in that hallway. And no possibility of return. There's no road back. So standing there, I shut my eyes, and, as would happen to anyone else, I couldn't see anything with my lids closed. I opened my lids, and here I'm still in this room, this hallway. I did it several times, and then I decided to try something that once before succeeded in bringing me back, and that was the sense of touch. That's why I know beyond all doubt that Blake was quite right when he said imagination is spiritual sensation. So standing vertically, I assumed that my head was on a pillow. I simply assumed it, and imagined the sensation that I would feel were it true, and I could feel a pillow. And strangely enough, on feeling a pillow, I had the sensation of being now on a horizontal level, not vertical. And then I could feel the pillow. And I said to myself, well, at least I'm back. I could not move my body. I couldn't move any part of it. In about, say, 20 seconds, I could, with tremendous effort, move this little finger on my left hand. A little while later, I could move it from the elbow. As I got that motion, I pushed it out, and I felt to my wife's body. I knew then I was back, but I couldn't open my lids. My eyes were actually sealed. Then maybe another 15, 25 seconds, with tremendous effort, I got the eye open, and here are the familiar objects on the wall. The little picture on the bureau, and I'm back. then I could begin to remove it and then return to normalcy. That's fourfold vision. When you're seated in a chair and you see what you shouldn't see. Not the familiar objects, but something entirely different. When you venture now and step into your image, that's what he meant. If the spectator could enter into these images in his imagination, approaching them on the fiery chariot of his contemplative thought, if he could make a friend and a companion of any one of these images of wonder, then he would rise from the grave. Then he would meet the Lord in the air, and then he would be happy. That's stepping into the image, and the image takes on all the qualities of reality, just as real as this room here. And you know beyond all doubt that nothing dies. You actually see it, that nothing passes away, that the world does not come to an end where my senses cease to register it. It continues, everything continues. And then he brought out even a little sigh, a tear, a smile, a hair. Yes, even the grain of dust passes not away. Nothing passes away. But he saw the world entirely differently from the world that appears to us. I saw that world on several occasions. I've told it and shared it with you too. He said eternity exists, and all things in eternity, independent of creation, which was an act of mercy. You know what he means? Everything from the cradle to the grave that you have and will experience, as though you saw them all in individual little moments, but they aren't animated. They could be seen if you saw them from a higher dimension. The entire unfolding picture, not animated. Now, he makes the statement. When weary man enters his cave, he meets his Savior in the grave. Some find a female garment there, and some a male, woven with care, lest the sexual garment sweet should weave a devouring binding sheet. One dies. Alas, the living and the dead, one is slain and one is flayed. So when you enter your cave, he's speaking of the body, and you meet your Savior in the grave. This is the grave. And you actually find there, one finds my mother and my wife and my daughter, they've found female garments. I, my son, my father, we found male garments. But I am not a male, and they aren't female. When we're a man, and he capitalizes man, so man is above the organization of sex. But man entering his cave finds his Savior in the grave. And then he weaves around him a female or a male garment. But he is neither female nor male. He's man. And man is above the organization of sex. So here, as we enter, we are sealed. And then he said, you do not see what I see. And then he tells us what he sees in the furnaces. And then he tells us, Luba was cast into the furnaces of affliction and sealed. Well, Luba to him is love, and love is Jesus Christ. Love is God, infinite love. You meet him right in the cave when you enter, and there you find your Savior in the grave. He said he was cast in to this grave and sealed, and he calls it furnaces of affliction. But he tells us it is for a purpose, and the purpose is to bring perfection to the individual sealed with his Savior while in the grave. And he paints it so vividly, these states through which you and I must pass, and pass as a pilgrim. The states remain permanent, but we pass on, because we're moving from state to state to state. So here, in this fourfold vision, and may you have it tonight, it's the thrill of thrills, a little disturbing when you have unfinished business, I assure you.